Okay, hi everybody. How's it going? What's going on? Welcome back. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to life. Welcome back to the world. Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. Anyway, welcome to another vlog. If you can hear my fan, no, you can't. You can't hear that. What are you talking about? Anyway, today our mic holder is John, none other than John Lennon. Everybody say hi. Say hi, everybody. But anyway, you may be wondering what we're doing today. Or maybe you're not because you clicked on the video. We had so much fun doing a horror themed reading vlog a little while ago, and I've been loving that vibe. I've been loving spooky, creepy, scary. That video did really well. A lot of people seem to like it. I really liked making it. So we're gonna do another one. We're gonna do it again. Horror books, the sequel, the frequel, the spooky, spooky sequel. Okay. We're gonna read more splatterpunk extreme horror books. Okay. So I have 8 books that I have downloaded to my Kindle. Some of them are from Godless, some of them are from Kindle Unlimited. Most of them are from Kindle Unlimited. But I had a few Godless books left over from the last video. So if you haven't seen my other 2 horror vlogs, I did a horror vlog last year and I did a horror vlog a couple weeks ago. And both of those, check them out. If you like this video, don't leave, but like go check them out after. Okay. So yeah, very exciting. We're just gonna read all day. It's about 5 o'clock. The only thing I have to do today is dye my hair because I'm going to Toronto and I want to look good to see My Chemical Romance. I'm leaving in 2 days. So very exciting. So I'm just going to spend the next couple days before I leave reading and making videos. So anyway, we're going to read. What should we start with? Sorry, that was a lot of rambling. I'm so sorry, but you're probably used to it at this point. I have quite a few, and all of them are like, we have quite a few longer ones, and by longer I just mean like 120, 175 pages. So I don't know if I want to start with a longer one or a shorter one. I kind of want to start with a really, really quick one and then get into a little bit longer. Like we can kind of work our way up. So I think I'm gonna start. I saw this one the other day and I decided to add it to the TBR. I'm just downloading it. One second. So it's 25 pages. Wow, wow, wow. It's called Deadbolt. Look at that cover. Ooh, and it's 25 pages. It's a short story. I think we're gonna start with this. I don't know what it's about. I think there's like an old lady and I don't know, something about an old lady. I just finished Deadbolt. Wow. It wasn't like gory, scary, terrifying, but that was probably better. Like it was very much a psychological, creepy, eerie book rather than like a gory, super discussing violent time. It basically follows this old woman. Her husband died just a few years ago and she lives in this cabin in the woods. Every night at 10 o'clock somebody knocks on her door that sounds like her husband and is like, let me in, let me in. And yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you. It was really good. I really liked it. I really liked the prose. Like it just flew. It I was about to say it just flew. It really like flowed well. And I don't know, I love, this is like really random, but I love horror where the main character is an old woman. Like that's like a very niche thing, but I love it. It's always so like refreshing to read a book in general with a character who's so much older than you. At least for me, I'm 21, so like most books that I read, the characters are younger than me. They're like 19 or like 17 or something. So it's cool to read a book about someone way way older than me. But anyway, really enjoyed it. I highly recommend if you just want a quick, creepy book. It was very atmospheric. So yeah, that was Deadbolt. I think I'm gonna go for this one next. It is called We All Rot Eventually. This was recommended to me by the Kindle Unlimited app. So I think it's like 2005, and we are trying to make it big as an actor or something. I think that's our main character. I think it's 99 pages. It's 2005 and Alexa wants to be famous. Okay, so she moves to LA. Something happens. It's 99 pages. Let's go. Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry, let me get my Beetle mic in order. I finished We All Read Eventually a little while ago, and then I took a break to go eat, and now I gotta talk to you about it, okay? I also got myself a delightful orange cream Coke. Very delicious. Mr. Boots is also here. He's causing a ruckus. He's complaining a lot. He's ignoring me now. Anyway, I finished We All Read Eventually. That was really, really good. It was like the first 30% maybe. I was like, this is painfully relatable. And then our character just slowly descended into madness, and not really slowly. I shouldn't say slowly. It was more like she went pretty fast into madness. It's basically about this character. It's like 2005. She moved to Los Angeles, and she's a starving artist. Basically, she works at a gas station. She's trying to be an actress. Everything goes wrong, and then she gets her big break when her boyfriend is found dead, and she does an interview crying and everything, and everybody's like, wow, she's really beautiful. And that starts her career basically, and everything just spirals and spirals and spirals. And things happen. I will say I was not expecting that ending. I was not expecting that type of horror to be in it. The last 10 pages were really quite crazy. I loved the afterword, or the I don't remember. I think it was labeled as a prologue, but it was at the end of the book. So, I don't know. It was really good. The prose was amazing. It was very poetic. It was very flowy. It was very kind of lyrical. Had a lot of, symbolism and imagery and all this stuff. And it just really flew by. And I really, really liked that, especially in a horror book, because then when we got to the point where gross things were happening, it was still being described in this airy, flowy, lyrical way. And I found that was really interesting. But yeah, I highly recommend, especially if you are an artist, if you're a creative person. I found that aspect to be really relatable. And I think this book had a lot to say about rising to fame, and what people will do to get famous and acknowledged for their work, or for just themselves, for just being a person. So it was really interesting. I thought it was really good. And so now I want to read something a little bit longer. So this is what we're going to read next. I also have no clue what the plot of this book is. I think it has something to do with a motel. It is called Woom. Woom. It looks like it says moo because it's back. And this kind of was viral, I think, a little while ago on the internet, and I've just heard a lot about it, so I don't really know. I don't know what it's about. I just know people are like, this book is crazy. Oh my god. So it's part of the Lonely Motel series, and it's 141 pages. It says, read the trauma-inducing viral sensation. So I don't know what's trauma-inducing about it. I don't know what's going to happen. I might look up triggers, just contextless triggers that are on Storygraph, just in case. Let's read. Oh my god, show up. Can you literally? Oh my god. Let's read Woo. Hey guys, I'm 21% through this book. Disgusting. Yup. Disgusting. But it's so good. It's just, I'm eating it up. I'm eating it up. But I wish that I wasn't reading it so fast and getting so into it, because now it's getting really gross. Hello, people of this world. Welcome back. So for you, it's probably been a few seconds. For me, it's been a week and a half. Basically, let me give you the rundown of what happened with this video, because I fear things kind of took a turn. Actually, first things first though, before I get into my whole spiel, I would like to show you something. We are going to try the Witch's Brew Alani. I bought a whole pack of these, and I have not tried the flavor, so I am very scared that I'm not gonna like it. But it's the Halloween flavor. I love Halloween. We're gonna try it right now, okay? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Smell test. It smells good. It smells like shampoo. like apple shampoo. Okay, let's try. Wait, I gotta switch. I gotta go to my right hand. That's really good. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be so acidic. I don't know why. That's really good. It tastes kind kind of like a Mountain Dew almost, but it's got such a burn to it, like a pop. It's really good. I like it. So, Witch's Brew-a-Lani. Oh, Witch's Brew-a-Lani, Ethan approved. Anyway, now on to the story. Now that I've been refreshed, we're gonna get down to business. So basically, I started filming this video the day before I was set to leave for Toronto to see My Chemical Romance. I did not finish the video, obviously. I finished Woom, as you guys saw. I was reading Woom. I think that was the last thing I posted. I did finish that book, and then I went to Toronto. Then I got stuck in Ontario for a few days because of the Air Canada strikes. Then I got sick, as you might be able to hear. I'm not really sick anymore, but I'm still a little stuffed up. So then I got sick, and then I had to work, and everything just like kept spiraling. So now it's been like a week and a half since I have last filmed for this video. I did indeed try to film while I was sick, and I did finish an entire book for this video, but I don't even know if I'm gonna use the footage because I was so incoherent. So I wanted to sit here and give you that debrief. We're gonna get back to it. There's still 4 more books that I want to read for this video. But yeah, I'm sorry this video is kind of a mess. I finished Woom, and I don't think I ever said anything about it. I really liked this book. I will say it's not for the faint of heart. It's not it's disturbing, sure, and yes, it's like gory. Oh, 1 second. My alarm went off in another room, so I had to go fix that up. Anyway, so Woom. The biggest thing with Woom is that it's gross. Like, it's just nasty, you know? Like, it's not scary, it's just gross. But I really liked the way that the story was set up. Like, the story's like structure was like this guy telling stories to this young woman, and like each one was like another part of the book, I guess. It was really interesting. I really liked it, but it was very, I don't even know. It was a book. So there you go. When I was sick, I also read Summer Never Ends. This one was really quick. It was very gross. It was fun though. It was like a summer camp, you know, like summer vibes. It was kind of disappointing though. Like, yes, there was story, yes, there was plot, yes, there was gore, but like, was it really doing anything? Like, I finished it and I was just kind of like, oh, that's it. So that's all I have to say about it right now. But anyway, we're gonna read some more books. I don't know what I'm gonna start, but I will get back to you. Okay guys, it's actually like the next day. I'm so sorry. Lost track of time, what can I say? But we're actually for real starting now. So I'm going to start Cursed by Leigh Kenny. It's 121 pages, and I don't know what it's about. I think it's like a ghost story, but I'm feeling spooky. So I feel like this could be good. So this is it, Cursed. This is by, if you watched my last video, if you watched my last horror video, you would know Leigh Kenny from Test Town. That was the book in the thumbnail. Yeah, I really liked it. So we're gonna read this, 121 pages. Let's freaking go. Okay, small update. I am on page 35. I'm 25% through, and this book, something's not right about it. Like, something is putting me off. Like, it just kind of feels like there are no scenes. Like, everything's just being told to me like a story, like a verbal story. Like, he did this, then he did this, then he did that. He felt this, he did that, you know? And it's kind of just like making it read almost clinical. Like, it's not really like, it's not giving anything yet, and I'm kind of disappointed so far because that's like the vibe I'm getting from the writing style. But also the pacing is crazy because like we went from 0 to 100 so fast. Like, it's I was right, it's a ghost story, like it's a spooky, this guy's being haunted, but it went from like nothing happening to like one weird thing where he's like, I don't remember putting that in that spot, and then suddenly he's like haunted, like literally the next second, like everything is happening, and it just feels like it's moving so fast, and I still have like 100 pages left. So it's like, why are we moving so fast? Like, what more can happen? Hi guys, hey. I finished the book. That was bad. Hey, that was bad. I don't know what it is Well, I do know what it is. The book was bad. Definitely would not have finished it if I wasn't doing a video, but I really just wanted to like know for sure my opinions on it, having finished it, rather than like been like I DNF'd it at 40 pages. You know, it's a short book. I felt like, you know, why not? But there's a lot that I didn't like about this book, and most of it was just the underdeveloped writing. Like, this author definitely needs some time to grow. There were a lot of like using adjectives that technically made sense in the context, but felt awkward, didn't really make sense. Words that like technically are being used right, but just aren't like the right word. And there was a lot of, again, like it literally just felt like a laundry list of things. Like, he did this, then he did this, then he did that. Like, nothing was being shown to me, nothing was insinuated, everything was told to me in these short, direct sentences. There was not a lot of diverse sentence structures, and when there was longer sentences, like when there were longer sentences, they were so clumsy. Like, they were conjuncted together in a way that I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? And oftentimes I would be reading this book and I would be like following along, and then I would be like, wait a minute, when did we get to this room? When did we change scenes? Wait, it's tomorrow now? You didn't say anything. You know what I mean? I just realized I'm not using a mic. I just realized that I don't have a mic. So yeah, didn't like that. Wouldn't recommend. I do think I still stand by Test Town being good, but I just think this author needs to work on her longer fiction. I think her writing style really suited a short story, but I didn't really feel that it flourished in this form, in this story at least. It was very disappointing. We're gonna read another book now. We're gonna read a book that I got on Godless. It's called The Hanging Man. Okay, so I just finished The Hanging Man, and I decided, based on how I felt about that book in particular, that this was going to be where we're going to end the video. The Hanging Man we will get to, but first I want to go over all of the books that I read in this video. We read 6 books in this video. I'm hoping next video will be a lot more cohesive than this one. I've been all over the place since I got back. First book that we read was Deadbolt. This one was really, really short. Again, read this like 3 weeks ago at this point. This was a good one though. It was short, it was sweet, it was, and by sweet, I don't mean like it was cute. I mean like it was just, it hit the spot, right? Okay. It was about an old woman who lives in a cabin in the woods. Her husband died a few years ago. She's kind of being haunted by this creature or thing or person that knocks on the door and sounds like her husband. You know, things transpire from there. It was very sad, but not in a way that like took away from the story and like made me more. The grief of the story being like sad didn't take over from like my enjoyment of the book and like the thrilling aspect of it. I think it was a good balance of like emotion and tension and creepy spooky scares, you know. So I liked it. If you want a quick, if you're looking for some horror short stories, this is another good one to add to your list. It was a good time. Then we have We All Rot Eventually. We All Rot Eventually was so good. It's basically following this girl, aspiring actress in Los Angeles in, I think, the early 2000s, and what she'll do to get the fame that she's always wanted. And it's kind of a character study, maybe a social commentary, if you will. It was very, very interesting. I found the writing to be really, really compelling. Like, the writing style, the cadence of the words, and like the way everything was structured was just really poetic and beautiful. Not even poetic, it was more gritty, but it was very beautiful in a way. And I really, really liked the author's style. I really, really just, that was something that stuck out for me in this book, was just the style of the story and the way that these sentences were flowing. It was making me unable to put it down. I will say the more like supernatural science fiction twist at the end was something that I was really not expecting, and at first I was a little bit disappointed by that, by the story choosing to go down that avenue, because I wanted it to have a different conclusion. But when I finished it and like when all was said and done, I think it was really satisfying, and I think it was really, really worth reading. And just, I don't know, it had me thinking about a lot as a creative and as like a, I don't know, like an artistic person. It had me thinking about my own boundaries and the things that I want, and like what I'm willing to do to get to that dream. And like, like it was very interesting um to think about, like in the context of this character who is willing to do whatever it takes. um I don't know, it was very thought provoking, and I found myself sitting with it a lot afterwards. And I would highly recommend. I do think I'm going to check out more of this author's work. I believe she only has like one other work published, I think. I'm not sure. Honestly, probably my favorite of the video. Then we read Woom. And Woom, I struggle to come up with words to, like, I don't know what to say about Woom. I feel like I already talked about it not too many clips ago, but basically it's like this guy staying in the lonely motel, and he calls up a prostitute, and she comes over, and he sits her down and tells her stories. They're all these like weird connected, like weirdly connected but also entirely different stories that took place in this exact room in the lonely motel. It definitely takes a turn, and it was definitely disgusting. It was definitely disturbing. With all that being said, it wasn't one of those extreme horror books that was like gross for the sake of being gross, or like just like sometimes I'm reading extreme horror and I can tell that it was thought up because the author was like, let's come up with the most disgusting gross thing possible and try to build a plot around that. It didn't feel like that. It felt like there was a lot to say, like the author had a lot to say, and the author, like, I just got the feeling that they really wanted to tell this story. And like the way it was put together was so neat and so interesting, and the way that it was structured in all these like stories within stories, I found that to be a really interesting way to frame the book. It made it go by really fast, but it also made me feel entirely consumed by this story and this world and this whole situation. And so it was really interesting, and I think it's definitely an essential for extreme horror readers. I think I understand why so many people are like, if you're getting into the genre, if you want to read more like intense horror, um you have to read these books. I totally get why people say stuff like that. If you're not a seasoned extreme horror reader, this is definitely really fucked up. It might not sit right with you. It might not sit right with you. It might not hit the spot. If you really like the horror genre, if you really like the more extreme, gross body horror, nasty, freaky things, I would recommend it. Then we read Summer Never Ends, which is the book that probably got the short end of the stick with this video, because I don't even think I'm going to include the clips of me reading it. Summer Never Ends basically follows this kid named Tanner. He's 13, I think, and his parents send him off to Bible camp for the summer. It's like really, really strict Catholic Bible camp in the middle of the woods in the peak of summer. So he's really disappointed, like he wasn't able to bring any of his comics or his video games or anything. He's so bored. He meets these two other boys. They go exploring in the woods, and basically we're introduced to, one way or another, we're introduced to these psychopath twins, and they kind of wreak havoc on everybody. It was very gory. It was disturbing, but not so disturbing that it like overrides your senses and you like can't even focus on the actual story of it all. It was a good balance of like the gore, the disturbing, the creepy, the horror, and like the emotion, the heart, the character development. Just like it was a story, and I really enjoyed it. I think Judith Sonnet, so far she's not had any misses. I've only read 2 by her though, so that's not really a good ratio to like determine that. But I would really recommend, if you want like a quick summery horror book, like if you love summer slashers and like summer camp, cabin in the woods settings, it scratched that itch. Like that's why I really liked it, was because of that atmosphere and that vibe. Then we read Cursed. Now, Cursed, I hate it, okay? These last 2 books, I'm not gonna like really dig into them because I just really didn't like them, and I can't tell if it's because I'm still not feeling my best, or if I just really didn't like them, or both, I don't know. But Cursed is basically this guy, he's a garbage truck worker, like he's the guy that's on the back of the garbage truck putting the garbage in the truck basically. And this one day he's working and this woman runs up to the truck and she's got this box and she's like, "Can you take this?" And he's like, "What?" Like, I guess so. And she's like, "You have to say you want to take it, like take it." And he's like, "Okay." And he takes it, and all that's in it is a few locks of hair, and he puts it in the garbage truck, comes home from work that day, and the box is in his house. And he proceeds to get relentlessly haunted by this entity. Okay. And I just want to say nothing about this book was intriguing to me. It wasn't even necessarily disappointing because from the beginning I didn't like it. I found the writing in and of itself, the prose, was the biggest downfall. Like it could have been a somewhat compelling story, but the way that it was told was so flat and so one dimensional that I didn't feel that these characters were people. I didn't feel that these characters had ambitions or emotions, or that their actions correlated with who they were as characters. And like it just like so many things that just didn't make sense that could have made sense if the characters and the story was fleshed out a little bit more. I just feel like, and that's not for the sake of timing, like this is a short book. I'm not saying that it needed to be longer. I'm just saying that the time could have been used differently. I really just think everything about this was underdeveloped, not it. I think the bones of Leigh Kenny's writing that I enjoyed in Test Town, I think it's all there in this, but I don't think it's working. So then I read The Hanging Man. The Hanging Man, unfortunately, was not a fan of at all. It had a lot of similar issues to Cursed, where the prose was just really clumsy. The dialogue, it tried so hard to be witty and charming, but it ended up just making it sound a bit condescending and lazy. The actual dialogue and everything, they kept making these jokes that were like really unexplained and out of pocket, and I just had a hard time getting a read on these characters. Like I couldn't figure out who they were supposed to be, like what kind of character they were supposed to be based on the way they were shown to us and also the way they were acting, because nothing was consistent, because we weren't really being shown much of anything at all. I feel like I'm talking nonsense right now, but like I don't this book ended and I was just like, that's it? Like I don't understand the point of this book. It was a mystery that I could have told you the answer to within 5 seconds of the mystery being proposed to us as the reader, and then it just went on for another 50 pages, and then it was like, and they all lived, it had one of those like, and they all lived happily ever after, everybody clap, every happy ending ever vibes. Like it was just like everything was good now. Goodbye. That's what it felt like. It felt cartoonish. It didn't feel like a horror book. Nothing was scary about it. Nothing was off-putting or eerie about it. It was more of a mystery, but again, it was still too like lighthearted and fun to be like a true like creepy mystery. I just feel like I was going into it expecting something completely different, and I just got much of not I didn't get much of anything. I'm being so harsh right now. Like I think I need like I think we need to stop. Like I feel so bad. By no means am I saying that you shouldn't read any of these books. By no means am I trying to tear an author down. These are just my opinions. I'm just reading books, and if I don't like them, I'll tell you. Sorry for being so harsh. Sorry this video is a mess. I promise. Things are only looking up from here. I'm not going on any more trips or vacations or breaks in the near future, and it's spooky season now. It's September, so we're going to be doing a lot of spooky videos. We're going to be doing a lot of videos in general. I'm going to try to get back to the upload schedule that I had before I went to Toronto, or hopefully even more consistent than that. I really appreciate everybody's comments and people subscribing. I feel like I've been growing a lot as of recently. This channel has, and like it's just really promising, and I'm really excited for what's to come. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you watched it to the end, comment which beetle should hold the mic next. Have a chat in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. More to come. Okay. Bye.